G'day people, it's Fader back once again. Today I'd like to do something a little bit different. I'm a big fan of GroovinG and Human Synthetics YouTube channels. I've learned a ton from both of them over time, and they've had a real impact on how I approach making music. So today I want to say thanks by shining a light on their recent collaboration. It's a brand new sample pack they've put together called Echoes of Light. Nearly everything I'll be using in this session comes straight from that pack. It's got vibe, character, and a ton of creative potential, and it's just the thing for when I'm struggling with inspiration and I just want to play with music. Now, there's always this tension in production between building every sound yourself from scratch and using samples that already sound amazing. Personally, I think there's no right or wrong. It's all about what inspires you, and I love blending both worlds, letting some samples spark inspiration, and then twisting them into something that feels uniquely mine. So without further ado, let's break some rules and make some jungle. Okay, first things first, head on over to groovingbiz.co.uk. groovingbiz.co.uk, and this is where you'll find all of Gavin's kind of sample packs, projects, bundles a few of them up. And here we have the Echoes of Light, the brand new one. So let's have a look inside and check out some of the sounds. Alright, there's a lot to work with there. We've got some breakbeats, a couple of bass samples, got that Reese, lots of pad and ARP beauty, and some FX. So we'll put them all to work. While you're over searching the internet, head on over to GroovinG on YouTube. That's his YouTube channel. Lots of tutorials on pads, using the Amigo sampler, cutting up amens, heaps of renoise stuff if that is your DAW of choice. On top of that, you can head over to Human Synergistics, another great jungle production, hardcore breakbeat production YouTube channel. As you can see, there's Amigos everywhere. Well worth the look if you're interested in learning some new techniques. So Human Synthetics and GroovinG. The other thing I do sometimes when I'm looking for just a little vocal snippet or something to put in a tune, I head on over to PlayPhrase.me. So this is something that uses the power of AI to search through hundreds and hundreds of thousands probably of movies and take little vocal stabs out of them. So for this track, I tried to put in Echoes of Light. I couldn't quite find that whole phrase. So then we just went Echoes.
And the echoes of persecution and atrocities.
You heard echoes.
So we've got a good one there, and the echoes of. So then we'll try of light.
All I know is that nothing moves faster than the speed of light, so you may as well relax.
Alright, that's pretty cool, and we'll find a place to kind of put those into the track. Echoes of Light. Good thing about this is you get kind of 5 different ones for free. So you can see if you can find something good. Otherwise, there is a paid option as well. Okay, here we go. So when you download the Echoes of Light sample pack, you'll find that it's broken into a bunch of subcategories. I'll just go through those now. So you've got ARPs, vocal textures, atmosphere, textures, ambience, got a bass folder, a bass FX, drum breaks, pads and chords, perks and hits, sound effects and one-shots, and some synth shots. So what I've tried to do in this tune is use a couple out of each folder at the very least, and then put some extra kind of processing or effects on them, or play them in a little bit of a different way, just to make it a little bit my own. So first things first, we'll talk about the intro. We've got this Cyber Reef pad. So it looks like he's used the Emu to get this one. That's what the pad looks like. And to hear it play. Beautiful. And it's the kind of pad you can play up really high. Sounds a bit more light. Or down real low. Full of darkness. So for the pattern, we've gone F into A sharp, into C sharp, into F sharp. So let's have a listen with the noise in the background. Then I've taken the Sly versus Funky Drummer. So it's kind of what it looks like. I haven't done anything to it other than put this little kilohertz KHS filter on it, and then automated the cutoff so that it just opens up a little bit more. Same thing, kind of rolled the shaker in for that intro. So alright, now we bring in the first instance of the Amigo, and it's Marvin's Hard Dragon Stepper Brake Chops, 170 beat per minute. So put the gate on, slice it up, equal slices, 16, just so I could resequence it a little bit. So that's what we went with. Put a few extra little shuffles in there. Pretty simple. Threw in a nice little effects on it as well, and that's when this bass comes in as well. So put the bass through the Amiga, see what that sounds like. So you can see I've got the ping pong loop on there. Hits the end, plays it back, and I put a little bit of glide. Well, not a little bit, probably a lot of glide there, but it's your basic kind of gritty Reese. So all together with those parts. So that's the sample that we took off PlayPhrase.
Echoes of, and the echoes of.
It's a nice little kind of weird vocal sample. And then to break into The breakdown. So a couple of little elements put together here. Number one, just some space background. Pretty cool little effects there. Same thing with this underwater sound. Nice bit of atmosphere. And then we've put these two together. So it's the ES2 lead. That's what that one looks like. Pretty cool. And we've, of course, put our favorite Valhalla Supermassive on that. 38% of the mix and a dotted eighth note with a little bit of warp. And right beneath it, we've got this one, Deckard's Dream. Cool. And nothing on that. The second Amigo that we put on here, it's your Amen versus Apache. So same thing, use the equal slice, always have the gate on. Resequenced it, so it looks like that. Pretty simple, just to kind of go with the flow of the above, and then we got that bass kind of following as well. So play that section. The only other thing that comes in there is this Rhodes loop, which is delightful. And I've just kind of chopped that up and resequenced it a little bit just to match the vibe. Last one to talk about here is that other vocal sample that we pulled off PlayPhrase.
All I know is that nothing moves faster than the speed of light, so you may as well relax.
So pretty cool little vocal bit from a movie. The problem is it starts very loud and then gets very quiet. So how I've dealt with that, I've used Neutron 5 density. So pulled that threshold down, and when that plays through,
all I know is that nothing moves faster than the speed of light, so you may as well relax.
And we've put a bunch of other kind of Neutron modules on top. Got a sculptor, an equalizer, taking out that low end, pumping up some of the other frequencies, two compressors, and a little bit of saturation, kind of right down the middle. Other thing we've used is my favorite compressor, the LA2A, just to give it even more presence in the mix. And first, we put Valhalla on it to drown it in reverb. So let's listen to that with everything on it.
All I know is that nothing moves faster than the speed of light, so you may as well relax.
Absolutely swimming in echo and reverb. So let's listen to all that together.
All I know is that nothing moves faster than the speed of light, so you may as well
Alright, breakdown time. So I took this one straight out of there. It's just some chops at 170. Bit of a heavier kick. We have some more percussion, some echoes on it, and as I said, that nice little Rhodes sample. And then Ring Mod FX. So without the tremolator, sounds like this. Pretty cool, but we wanted to give it a little bit of rhythm. So with our Sound Toys tremolator, we use the Heavy Cuts preset. Got one more instance of the Amigo. This one's the Badu Roller Break 172. Same as usual, kind of resequence it. And we've got this subaquatic chord stack. Another cool bit of sound design. Got this nice little wub bass FX as well. All together for that part. Alright, another section here. We've just kind of resequenced the breaks, and the new element is this Robot FX number 4. So dry sounds like this. So what I did, I just kind of cut it up, pitched it back and forth, and then I've put some delay on it. Final kind of section, lovely sounding pad. Really could take any chop out of that, loop it back and forth, sound wicked. So let's go from that drop. Right at the end there, we layer the intro pad with this new pad. We also add those Deckard's Dream keys from earlier. Alright, so that's about it. Time for the full playthrough. Big ups to GroovinG and Human Synthetics for this nice little sample pack, Echoes of Light. Here we go.
And the echoes of